The indictments against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James have been dismissed. Let's bring in former U.S. Attorney John Fishwick to discuss. The judge said, as you know, John, the appointment of the U.S. Attorney was illegal, adding Lindsay Halligan was unlawfully appointed. The administration is refuting that. In any case, the Trump administration can still appeal, which it says it plans to do, right?
Absolutely, Dee Dee. The DOJ will appeal to what's called the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals in Richmond. They'll do that probably right away. And remember, whoever loses at the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals is likely to appeal to the Supreme Court. This is a case that they'll want to hear. This deals with separation of powers and the power of judges versus DOJ and whether Halligan was validly appointed or not. So this case is headed to the Supreme Court for both James and Comey.
Well, Comey was indicted, as you know, just days before the 5-year statute of limitations in his case expires, so timing was really critical. If the statute of limitation has expired, can they still file a second case? It sounds like you're saying yes.
They can. In fact, there's a catch-all law that protects DOJ in these circumstances. Once the appeals have run, even if the Supreme Court says the judge was correct in saying that Halligan was not validly appointed and the charges could be dismissed, there's a catch-all statute that will give DOJ 60 more days after the Supreme Court decision to re-indict Comey, and therefore it wouldn't be in violation of the statute of limitations. This saving statute will protect them in this situation, so the case would not be time-barred against Comey at all.
Are there any similar protections with regard to Letitia James's case? I mean, obviously very different, but to my knowledge, there was no statute of limitations with regard to the mortgage fraud charges here.
Yeah, Letitia James is basically piggybacking off the Comey case. There's no statute of limitations that's pending in her case. So the charges against her, they could go forward now and re-indict her. I expect, though, they're going to appeal this decision. DOJ is going to say that Halligan was validly appointed. But regardless, at the end of the line at the Supreme Court, I expect that they're going to re-indict James within 60 days of that Supreme Court decision.
All right, we'll wait and see. Thank you, as always, for your time. If I don't see you, happy Thanksgiving. Former U.S. Attorney John Fishwick joining us tonight on the National News Desk.
Thank you.